Welcome back to Math with Kim. Now we are going to be covering sales tax, commissions, and discounts. This goes along with the percentage problems that we've been working with. So there's plenty of videos on how to work with percentages. So if you have not covered that or you need a reminder, go back to the other videos and make sure you're comfortable with figuring out percentages, okay? So now sales tax and total price. Now this can be done in two parts or it can be done in one part, and I'm going to show you both. So when we're finding the tax, the sales tax of something, we take our tax rate, which is our percentage, we change it to a decimal before we use it, and then we multiply it by the purchase price. Then it'll get us our tax. So then we take our purchased price, add that tax, and that gets us our total price we have to pay before we are allowed to leave the store with our item, right? So how would we find the sales tax and the total purchase? Total price on a purchase. So if we buy something $42 worth of products and we have a sales tax of 9%, first thing we are going to do with that 9% is we're going to change that to a decimal. So again, I have videos on this if you don't recall. So our decimal and a whole number is always at the end. And when we're changing a percent to a decimal, we divide by 100, or in other words, we move our decimal 2 places to the left and we drop our percentage sign. So 9% becomes 0.09, okay? Really important that you do that first step. So we changed our tax rate percentage into a decimal. We know our purchase price is $42. So let's set up our basic expression. To solve, we're going to take our $42 item and we're going to multiply it by 0.09, okay? Enter that in your calculator and you should get, so 42 times 0.09, you should get 3.78. Now that's great because what did that just tell us? Well, that's telling us the amount of tax that we are going to pay on this $42 item. This is not what we get to walk out of the store paying, right? So to finish our problem, the second step is we would take the original price of our item and we would add our tax. Now, if you can pull out any receipt you have anywhere, you're going to see that that's exactly what it does. It has a subtotal and then it gives you the total after tax. So we add these two, and remember, these are money amounts, so you should only go to the hundredths place. So always remember that. Nobody needs to tell you to round money to the pennies. You should know to be able to round money to the pennies. So $42 plus the $3.78 tax is going to give us a total of $45.78 that we need to pay before we can leave the store with our product. Okay? Now, what if we wanted to do this in one step? So this is our two-step way to find tax and then add the tax to our purchase and find our total. But what if they didn't care to ask you specifically what the tax is? What if they just ask you for the total you have to pay after tax is added? Well, you have a one-step version of this. So anytime we want to re-add the original total and add it to our tax in one step, we don't multiply by just the tax rate. We put a 1 in front of it. That 1 in front, when we add 1 plus 0.09, our percentage of tax, this 1 will multiply by our original cost and re-add it. So if instead of doing two steps, we add that 1 for adding a percentage onto something, this will get it done in one step. So we take the original cost of our item, which was $42. We're multiplying it by the 9% sales tax and allowing it to re-add itself to the tax to the regular price. And if you enter this straight into your calculator, 42 times 1.09, you will automatically end up with your final answer, $45.78. Now remember, this skips the step of telling you what the actual tax amount is, but you could always figure that out by subtracting these two, right? So this is the version one step to find your total price paid after tax has been added.